Ladies and gentlemen, welcome election day coverage. Yeah, I voted. I showed up and I had the little mail-in scanner thing, so you can just skip all the letting them know who you are or whatever. And I scanned the thing, and the lady's like, okay, can you confirm your birthday? And I say my birthday. And she's like, okay, 91, got that, okay. And then she's like, wait a minute. She like squints, and she's looking at the thing, and she goes, it says here you already voted by mail. And I'm like, no, I didn't. And she goes, no, I'm pretty sure you already voted by mail. And she goes, sir, you can't vote twice, so if you've already voted by mail, you're already good. And I'm like, ma'am, I promise you, I swear to God, I'd remember. I haven't voted by mail. And then she flips the thing around, and she's like, is this you? And I go, oh. I used Ari's code, because we both get the mail. So I had scanned Ari's code, and we have the same birth year. So like she had just like heard 91, and that is my wife, ma'am. But I voted. All right. So as of right now, this might shock you. There are no states that have reported. Guys, you don't know this? Not a single American voted. All of that talking, all of that, not a single person showed up. Oh, wait. Oh, my God. There were 6 voters in New Hampshire, and they tied 3-3. Stop the count.
It is election night. These are live pictures from a polling place near Milwaukee, Wisconsin, one of the 7 battleground states expected to ultimately decide who becomes the 47th president of these United States. I'm Jake Tapper in the CNN Election Center.
All right, Jake Tapper.
The very first presidential votes. We're getting closer to the first major round of poll closings and our first chance to make projections. That will be about an hour from now.
Is this a fucking Atrioc timer?
Will be on the
Why
line.
do you keep edging me?
Virginia.
Going
Some
on?
polling places in the eastern time zone in Indiana and Kentucky are actually closing right now.
Okay.
Georgia is the first crucial battleground.
Georgia any moment.
They are checking these turnout numbers and literally going door by door. The senior advisor told me just a short time ago, if you have not voted yet, you will get a knock on your door or someone will give you a phone call.
That sounds ominous. I gotta say, it's so up that election day is not a holiday. It's absurd. It literally is absurd. Even if we absolutely hate giving another holiday, then get rid of a different one. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, people were decided.
Only 3% in the last few days and 3% in the last week. Again, 80%.
Deciding in the last few days is so funny.
And on the Trump side, we look at his supporters in the last few days, 3%. In the last week, 4%. 81% of his supporters were locked in before September. So it was a small slice of folks here that were deciding at the very end.
3% in the last few days is not nothing and could be the difference between victory and defeat. On the other hand, the idea that 80% of the people had decided they were going to vote for her without knowing almost anything about her, only 7% in September, which was the big debate, was generally seen as a big victory for her. But man, 87% before we even got to October 1st. That's pretty amazing.
Because that's America right now. It's shirts and skins.
Well, yeah, but also, I mean, like, making your vote based on whether you're for or against Trump, like, you know, it's almost like anybody but Trump, that idea. You know enough about him by September. Like, it's not like there's some random new information that changes your mind. You either know or you don't. I just hope both candidates have fun. Me too, buddy. His golf swing dance changed my mind. It was powerful. Is there a map? I would love to see like a live map. Oh, first real votes coming in. Oh, shit. It says 0 on everything. Oh, Indiana, obviously Trump. Kentucky, obviously Trump. New Hampshire, 50-50. That's all we got. Stop the count. Kentucky was 62% to 36% Trump Biden. So this is, I guess, a slight increase for Harris, but this is, again, not 2% reporting. Not particularly a lot of information here. So early. How is Poly Market looking? In the last moments, as everyone gets their last gambas in, that massive Trump swing, then it swung back in the past few days. Now it's swinging back towards Trump. 61.1%. XQC didn't die for this. XQC is going to get an insane payout at the odds he placed it at if Kamala wins. President Kamala said, Kamala's utopia awaits, you MAGA morons. We'll bring prosperity, justice, and sanity, everything you idiots fear. It'd be so, Kamala Harris is actually posting on Poly Market minutes before the election to try and swing. Hashtag 46th president, here we come. Isn't it 47? Indiana and Kentucky. are going Republican.
We just met a voter. I'm going to introduce you to him now, Jimmy Fan, who voted for Biden last cycle in 2020. But he told us just a short time ago he's voting for Trump this cycle. Jimmy Fan, he's a small business owner, father of 3. You said the economy was stronger for you as a business owner when Trump was president than during the last 4 years of Biden.
That's correct. Yeah, I feel like, that's what I feel like, even though with a lot of stimulus, a lot of that stuff coming through, I feel like business would run a lot better when Trump was the president. But, when he's, if he wins this time, I think we would get to that ladder.
Question, some voters you hear, they wonder whether their vote will count. Do you have faith in the voting system here in Michigan that your vote will count and the votes will be counted fairly?
I mean, in this system, I think it's legit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I feel last time was robbed it.
You have a question about the 2020 election.
Yes.
All right, bro. That's weird. You feel legit on this time, but when your guy didn't win. Wait, didn't he say he voted for Biden last time?
You're confident your vote will count. Jimmy Fan is...
Bro said he voted for Biden, but it was robbed? But I don't know. That's who I think is voting. In my mind, that's why I have been predicting what I have been predicting, is because I just feel like most people are just like nostalgia glasses. Can I say this? I'm always honest on this stream. I'm voting for Kamala Harris. Obviously, everyone, it's not a fucking surprise. I've been open about it. But I think more than other people, I've been a little bit, since January, I've been resigned to the fact that I think the incumbent will lose, okay? I am of the belief that 2025 is going to be rough for either president economically, right? So even though I do think he is going to be a worse president, I'm not super happy about him winning, I have to confess, I would find it so annoying. Harris as president, Republican Congress and House, Trump constantly nonstop tweeting about how it was stolen and all of this economic problem is her fault. Post-COVID sucks. Everyone's like, I don't like life post-COVID, so I want to go back.
46% of voters across the country in this election say only a favorable opinion of Harris. 42% say they have a favorable opinion only of Donald Trump. 2% say both Harris and Trump they have a favorable opinion on.
Honestly, I'm shocked neither isn't higher. I thought neither would be way higher, but I guess this is among voters. I love the idea of people who are like, I just want them both to win. I think they both would do such a great job. It's hard to pick just one. I don't know. I personally thought more Americans would be like, we could do better. Key race alert? Oh, let's see.
We're starting to see results trickle in. Kentucky's only at 3% right now, but you see more counties have at least reported some votes than the last time we were here. We expect Donald Trump, of course, to win the state of Kentucky. It's been a red state for quite some time. But there are blue pockets in an urban area that has key suburbs around it. This is Lexington. In 2016, if you were with us back in 2016, one of the very first clues of the Trump phenomenon came right here. In the early results out of Kentucky, we saw in these small rural counties, not only was Donald Trump running it up, getting new people to come out and vote Republican. That's what made Donald Trump the force he was in 2016.
All right, and we are just moments away from the first big round of poll closings. Voting's about to end in 6 states. And CNN can bring you a projection now. CNN projects that Kentucky goes to Donald Trump. Donald Trump will win the Commonwealth of Kentucky. Kamala Harris wins the state of Vermont. It is too early to project.
Vice President's easiest path is those blue wall states, but Georgia, as a competitive state, you're trying to see match the president's percentage, get 73% of the vote, but by the end of the night, sometimes this count could last into tomorrow, is the math.
You know that meme people in football do about John Madden? Where he's like, the team that wins more touchdowns usually wins the game. That's what it feels like. He's saying, we need to watch the votes because the person that gets the most votes is going to win the state. And whoever gets the most states is going to win the election. Oh, really? That's so powerful, CNN. Thank you so much. Oh, live electoral map getting updated? God, what do we got? Okay, whoa. Georgia? How many votes? Oh, 3% of votes. Pretty small lead. So, I mean, if they got Douglas County here, give that some more time. Let that cook. Virginia. How did Virginia go in 2020? Virginia went to Biden 54 to 44. A little bit too early. Little bit too early to call. We're getting more data from Georgia,
Harris has 41.4% of the vote. Donald Trump, 69,586 votes ahead. That's the Commonwealth of Virginia. Donald Trump in the lead there with 49.6% of the vote. Florida, Donald Trump in the lead there with 53.5% of the vote. Kamala Harris with 45.5% of the vote. Most of the vote in, a majority of the vote, 64% of the vote in. In New Hampshire, Kamala Harris in the lead there with 58.7% of the vote. Donald Trump has 40.8% of the vote.
9% of votes, 4% of votes. Florida probably should be called here any second now. 72% counted. Pretty commanding Trump lead. Kentucky's been called. Indiana's been called. West Virginia's been called. West Virginia's been called and it's got 0 votes in. They just know. We don't need to see a vote from West Virginia. We know they're voting Trump, bro. What's this? Biden will not attend the Harris election night watch party because he's Trump destroys families. What the hell is this?
You're so You guys just dick ride Trump. And you're crazy. You still can't give a Trump policy. You're very crazy. Can you give me one Trump policy? Anything. Kamala Harris, hold on. Thank God you said it right this time. I will do everything for the people. Hold on.
Some of you getting triggered right now? Some of you getting some flashbacks to Thanksgiving? I love this shit. It's funny.
Oh, thank you, almighty Alyssa, liberal queen. Thank you, almighty. If being liberal is being against rapists, yes.
Is this brother or the dad just sitting here? Who's this? Who's the person just sitting here fucking... Wait, this is the brother. American undecided voters. He got fucking steak open. He's got Subway surfers on there. He's scrolling TikTok. All right, what's going on? Tennessee is called for Trump.
Missouri will go to Donald Trump.
Missouri,
as
called
expected,
for Trump.
Will give Donald Trump 10 electoral votes. Here are 2 more projections
Sheesh,
for Trump.
Red Wall, Alabama.
CNN projects that the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, with its 11 electoral votes, as expected, will go to Kamala Harris. CNN can project that Maryland, as expected, with its 10 electoral votes, will go to Kamala Harris. Here is the electoral vote count at this hour. Donald Trump has 90 electoral votes. Kamala Harris has 27 electoral votes. Key race alert for you now in the big battleground, North Carolina.
8% of votes have been counted, and they are blue in Texas.
Has 47,000 plus in battleground Georgia. Donald Trump in the lead with 54.8% of the vote. In the Commonwealth of Virginia, Kamala Harris in the lead with 54.2% of the vote.
The Pennsylvania, again, only 3% of the vote in.
It's a good start. I mean, it's early votes, right? So they're always going to be
Harris for Donald Trump. But again, where are they from? They're all from right out here in Allegheny County, which is the Democratic stronghold. Most likely what you get here early on are early votes, which tend to be more Democratic. So let's just wait.
All right, we got red Texas. That was Lincoln's vote came in. Shifted it back over to Trump. Pennsylvania, 5%, but nice lead for blue. Georgia, pretty heavy Trump with 36%. We could drill down in here. Oh, if all these counties are reporting, is it Joever for Kamala in Georgia? That would be pretty damning. Georgia went blue in 2020, right? Yeah, Biden edged out Georgia. It's just tough to say anything when it's this early. But based on this, he's fucking surging in Tennessee. He's winning Florida by 12. Yeah, he's crushing Florida. That was expected. We'll see. The theory on Twitter is that it's like a heat sink because everybody moved to Florida. Florida had one of the highest levels of immigration in the past 4 years, like immigration from other states to Florida. People left California and they left to, I think it was New York too. Idea is that Florida could be more red this time, but it would lead to other places being more blue and whatever. Tough to say.
And we don't have many more from
live? Wait, where's the needle? Election needle. The New York Times election needle is live. This decides everything. As we have here, says toss up. Toss up, I guess with a tiny lean towards Trump. Pennsylvania, even tiny lead. Oh, this is the real battleground right here. If Trump takes PA, it's over. I just want everyone to be ready. So funny, this state has all the power. This state has all the power. Blue Ohio is now red. Texas is leaning red. Georgia's leaning red. At 48% of the votes, that's not a good sign. I gotta be honest with you. That's not a good sign. We'll see, but PA with a steel chair, we'll see. I got 5K on Jimmy Carter winning. I'm starting to get a little nervous. No, bro, trust. They haven't barely got all the votes in yet. They barely got reported. He's definitely gonna have a late surge. Is Georgia locking for Trump? That is a big fucking deal for this election, I'll be honest with you. Half the votes counted. He's got a pretty big lead. 52% of the votes in, and Trump is leading 55-44. The needle is leaning more towards Trump, though still in the toss-up. It's not even in the lean section yet. Kamala Harris wins New Jersey, and it's 14 electoral votes just now. Not a surprise, though. Blue Jersey was well expected. Trump wins Oklahoma. Harris wins Massachusetts. Trump wins Kentucky. Trump wins Indiana. I would have loved to see Bernie run a general election. It's unfortunate we never got that chance. He's only 83. basically a fucking child. What's this? What we got here? This is
percent of those voters say that they are women, and they are breaking in favor of Kamala Harris by 55% compared to Donald Trump. This is roughly about the same with where women were for Joe Biden in 2020. White women make up 42%, again, based on these preliminary polls, and 48% of the white women voting for Kamala Harris. Donald Trump is beating her out when it comes to white women. This is the first presidential election since Roe v. Wade was overturned. You have abortion on the ballot in 10 states. 2 of them, with Nevada and Arizona, are battleground states. So will abortion make a difference in this election?
This needle keeps moving a little bit more to the right. NBC reported Latino men having record turnout for Trump so far. The song did it. If this election goes to Trump, it'll be the song.
Oh my God, I will vote for Donald Trump.
I'm not joking. Long story short, there was that Puerto Rico controversy. He had a comedian on stage. The comedian said Puerto Rico's an island of garbage, something like that. Led to a bunch of controversy. His response was a no-word tweet. No words. Just this song. Basically said, it's like...
So again, Democrats just need to get massive margins out of Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, and the suburbs right around them. And Trump needs to get back to his 2016 levels in the blue-collar parts of the state. Again, pretty much just vote by mail that you're seeing there in Pennsylvania. Quick look back here at Georgia. We've been monitoring everything. I will tell you this is the rural counties in Georgia, the heavily Republican rural counties, and it's very consistent. We now have 15, maybe 20 of them that are basically complete right now. Very small, but in just about all of them, Trump is running 0.2 to 3 points better than he did in 2020.
PA is still important, but yeah, Georgia seems like it's not even in contention. It looks like it's just fucking Trump. Kansas flipped again. Kansas is back to blue, but it's such a small amount. PA, we got any more? We got 13% of the votes now. Texas, Georgia, North Carolina would need to flip. I guess there's also a world where Democrats win Pennsylvania and could still lose if every other swing state goes. Georgia is 60%. Georgia, this is just solidly red. Check the needle. The needle continues to lean right. The needle it hasn't officially gotten to lean yet, but it's heading there. Of course, there's going to be big wins in California and New York, Seattle. I think the biggest thing so far for me is that Georgia has been not that close. Like, he's just kind of soundly winning. Look at Polymarket. Well, Polymarket's probably got an insane... Oh, actually pretty close. 73. XQC losing 700K. We'll see how it goes, but yeah. The thing is, what's funny is if he wanted to make a Kamala Harris bet, he could do it now. If he wants to double down, he can get some insane odds. It's almost on the lean. The 3 Americas. Turnout in Philadelphia looks amazing for Democrats. Michigan's on pace to beat turnout records. Something is happening. Then Charlie Kirk saying, the momentum is palpable for Trump right now. The surge is happening. And then Drew says, I hit a Jill Stein voter with my car when I left the polls. Texas is called for Donald Trump. Blexus is dead. This is where all of the hope is for Kamala Harris. Pennsylvania, because everything else is not looking good, unless there's blue Kansas. I guess Arizona could be a shocker, but I really doubt it. Having lived in Arizona, I really can't imagine that it would vote for Kamala Harris, but maybe. Needle check time? Let's check that needle one more time. NYT needle. It crossed over into lean. Ladies and gentlemen, drink your lean. The election is officially leaning towards Donald Trump. We'll see. Still a lot to come. Have you seen the fake Melania that's at Mar-a-Lago? There's a fake Melania? What is the evidence? I'm not an expert. I'm not a Melania expert, but isn't that just her? Which states will decide the election? All right, here's the 7 states: Wisconsin, Michigan, Nevada, Pennsylvania, Arizona, North Carolina, and Georgia. These 3 are looking locked. PA is going to be everything. Nevada is also looking Republican. Is Wisconsin red? Is it even winnable then? Even with or Pennsylvania and Michigan? 2% we're swinging Wisconsin. All right, we're waiting then. Rather be ahead than behind, I guess. Look at North Carolina. Trump's down from 54 to North Carolina checking in. He did lose some ground since we last checked. 50 to 48. Depends on which counties are still reporting and where the votes are coming from. Do they count the mail-in ones first or last? I always thought it was first, but then I remember last year, didn't they all come in at the end and then everyone got mad because it's last? Oh, that's crazy. That's like designed to make people think it's rigged. They should definitely do those first. Whoever ever decided to count them last is a fucking idiot or trying to sow discord. Do you think that Trump will try and disrupt the election if he loses? If he loses, do you think he'll try to change the rules to mean Xi Jinping of America? I'll tell you my honest opinion. I do not think Trump will attempt to go for a third term if he wins this time around. I don't think he could do it even if he tried. However, the more pressing concern would be that he would use the powers of his office in such a way as to help his chosen successor. I think it's so blatant. If you're concerned about Donald Trump election interference or fraud, I would be more concerned about that than of him trying to pull a third term. People are saying, oh, he'll change the laws and run 3 times. I know that Americans are often stupid, but I actually think that would be a bridge too far. Dude's gonna be crazy old by then too. But I do have a worry about a packed Supreme Court and gerrymandering and things that would make it difficult for a challenger in 2028. PA, 24%, still with a Kamala lead, 56-42. As the number of votes counted ticks up, this will be more solid and could be the one bit of good news for Kamala Harris so far, as everything else is not looking so great. New Mexico, I guess, could be crazy, but I think unlikely. MAGA soda. Needle not leaning? Oh, the needle went back to toss up. Well, it's really right on the line. It's really right on the line. But that is the first leftward movement I've seen of the needle thus far. Obama working overtime to stuff the ballot box. My boss says no matter who wins, Democrats are going to cheat and Harris will win. He's a 22 gay college student. How is your boss 22 years old and in college? And he's a gay Republican? Your life story is crazy. I'd love to learn more about, tells you a lot about this economy. Yeah. Needle went back to lean. Needle went back to lean. It's looking like Blanzis is slipping. This is Taylor Swift's country. If T Swift can't hold Blanzis, it might be over. Kennedy has 1%. That's crazy. 1% of voters in Kansas voted for RFK after he has long dropped out. That's crazy. Virginia, North Carolina, 51-47. Elon Musk tweeted the prophecy has been fulfilled and showed Trump with 69.9%. He truly remains the funniest man on the internet. I am so glad that he has so many billions of dollars and control over a massive social media site. Ted Cruz is winning his race. Oh, tragic. New Mexico back to red. North Carolina confirmed for Trump. Confirmed? Wisconsin's now blue. Oh, Wisconsin flipped. Is Trump going to win or no? We don't know yet. We don't know. He's doing better than expected in the states that are reporting, though. The odds are good for Donnie T. Betting market 63%. Wasn't it 70 something earlier? Did it shift back? No, it's 80. It's 80 now. I mean, it's going vertical for Trump. I got to be honest with you on Polymarket. Now, it could be crypto guys overreading into the early results, but I just think Georgia being such a commanding lead to me feels like it'll be tough to surmount. Let's bring the map back up. Ooh, blue Kansas is dead at 44% of the vote. It would be funny if the Seltzer poll was totally right about Iowa, but had no effects anywhere else. She just got a poll that showed Iowa women specifically went crazy for Kamala Harris. Breaking news, what's this? What the fuck? Nintendo announcing a new console on our election day? At today's corporate management policy briefing, we announced the Nintendo Switch will be playable on the 6 for Nintendo Switch. Nintendo, read the room. Just do it tomorrow. Backwards compatibility is cool, though. Huh? What a random way to announce. There's not even like a, that's what we needed. All the blue voters were waiting for that. And they flipped Texas, dude. Senate net gain. Oh, boy. If it's a 3 what chambers of government sweep, if it's a fucking House, Senate, White House sweep, we're gonna see some policy. Secretly, I mean, as I have said for months now, so it's not a surprise today, as I expected Trump to win the election, but I kind of was secretly hoping for not any movement in the House and Senate, so that some of his worst impulses could be. Will Lena Khan get fired under Trump? Nah, no chance. No way. Trump's gonna come into office, gonna give Lena Khan a big hug and say, I was never, ever, ever gonna fire you, queen. Now go out there and take down monopolists. Check Nebraska. Nebraska going blue. No, it's not. It's called. Oh, wait, why is it called, but she has 50% of the vote? Wait, why is it called and she has 50% of the vote? Stop the steal! Get a screenshot before they delete it. Stop the steal! Oh, they have a split electoral college. Right. I've already yelled stop stop the steal though, so your opinion doesn't matter. Does that make sense? As a European, how does anyone consider voting Trump ignoring Glazers? I've said this consistently. Every incumbent is getting voted out all over the world, including in Europe. Since COVID, we've had global inflation. The number one issue for people, whether they're correct or not, they think that if they get the leader from before, things will go back to how they were before, and the prices will go down and the McDonald's will get cheaper. This is the core reason he is overperforming. Obviously, there's people who are diehard MAGA, but there were people like that in 2020. He didn't win. But what's switching is that people are nervous and worried about rising grocery prices and what I believe is a weakening economy for the middle and lower class. Or you could say Americans are just dumb and bored. The needle's covering the L. 73% chance. PA about to flip red. That'll be it. That'll be the death knell, folks. Not to be a Debbie Downer here, but just being realistic, if we have PA flip red, there's no path. That would be the PA was the path. Well, actually, it's dead. It's actually fucking dead even. It is 49.6, 49.5, 1.4 million. It is truly the battleground state. Gonna come down to 500 people in PA, as everybody's been saying. It just flipped. It just flipped. It has officially just flipped. You know, there could be a big shift here. I'm not saying that, but I don't know if you guys noticed, this map is pretty red. It might be a GG Go 28 is all I'm saying. First, oh, whoa. West Coast votes are in. Red Oregon? This is going to be a fucking, PA back to blue. Well, this is 0% votes. Well, let's be honest, this is 0% votes. But probably one county. Yeah, it's Malheur County. I would assume they're voting for Trump. I would have made that assumption. Ooh, Wisconsin's a real fucking toss up here, huh? AZ 49.6, literally within 100 votes, within 50 votes right now with over 1.2 million votes in. That's crazy. Consequences of a Senate, House of Representatives, and President sweep. The consequences will be that there is a lot of policy very quickly. PA flip back. It's crazy how, what are the mechanics of this state that make it so nail-bitery every election? Why do like all Republicans move to Florida and like all Democrats move to California, but Pennsylvania has like this perfect mix? Is it the Amish? Is it they're just clip farming? Maybe they just love the fucking thrill. Can you do a Prime Gaming Spirit Bomb like you did for Faker? Okay. For Faker, it was a little bit goofier and funnier. I think if I tried to tell my chat that if they sub to me, it'll help Kamala win, that might feel a little disingenuous. That might feel like I'm pushing it a little. One sub equals one vote. We need Mike's artist. Thank you for the 10 gifted. Just recognize that 10 gifted is in support of the content and not in support of Kamala Harris, because again, your subs do not. Oh my God, Pennsylvania's flipping. 10 votes just went to Pennsylvania right there. You're tweeting about the needle, really? And he is showing a needle that showed 82% chance for Clinton to win. Yeah, I would say this is a nice bit of copium, but I recall watching this needle, and the needle did move towards Trump probably by around this time in the cycle. I think this was early. Let's see. The needle keeps slipping. We are now deep in the drinking lean phase. Kamala got Colorado. Not surprising. They got Trump winning the popular vote. Wait, who the fuck? Wait, what? Trump in a popular vote win? That would be wild. So I'm gonna be honest with you. If Trump wins the popular vote and they gain in the Senate and the House, I mean, it's just a divisive red sweep. A decisive red sweep. And they're gonna have the mandate to do a lot of controversial policy. There's not gonna be anything, there's no checks and balances on that. Keeping it a buck. I mean, a Trump popular vote win would say something. Would say something more than just the Electoral College being what it is. I am of the opinion, I was hoping it would be just the presidency and not fucking popular vote plus. I think there is a benefit to a party that keeps saying they can fix every problem to being given a public opportunity to have to prove that. Especially, you know, we're at the point where everybody can't lose any election because we're so worried about the next election being rigged or impossible. But if you give some credit to the American system that it's not going to collapse and we get a fair election in 2028, this could lead to, again, an FDR type president. But this is looking cooked for this time around. I don't think, I would be very surprised at this point if Harris were to take this. We need an FDR type candidate. Yeah, I truly believe that. Like, I'm not kidding. I'm not copium. I'm not exaggerating. I talked about this a few weeks ago, or actually a few days ago. We had a clip on it and I got some pushback, which is fair. I mean, I'm not trying to like undermine this election, but I think think, especially if you believe as I do, that we're going to have a rough 25 regardless of presidential winner, it will be nice to have Trump, who has promised that he'll fix the economy and the debt and the border and everything so easily, to have to prove it. And I think people that supported him are going to find very quickly that he can't do those things. He overpromised, and he will not be able to fix everything easily and fast. And while I think he's going to do damage in power, I think it's going to be a kind of come to Jesus moment for some people. And I know a lot of people have no faith. You're only thinking of like the most deepest MAGA cult people, who of course are going to believe that, you know, whatever he says. There's a lot of people on the borderline who I think are going to get a rude awakening that they can't just flash back to 2017 economy. This has happened before in American history. Like we had to go through some, you know, to get FDR, you had to have a fucking bad president. So people have to kind of feel the impact. You can't really tell it to them. I can't have another bad presidency. Well, look, what I'm telling you, and this is why I'm not trying to be like, I don't know, rude or despondent, but like, you know, you might not have a choice. Like, you know, this is the way people are voting. This is happening. It's how democracy works. People vote. I think the silver lining, if you want to find one, is that it's nice to have people who constantly promise they can fix all the problems to have to prove it. When you don't ever give them an opportunity to prove it, they get to keep saying things and eventually they get up a bigger and bigger base. Devil's advocate, what if he does? Well, that's the thing. It's a win-win, right? Imagine he does. What if Trump just fixes all the problems super easily, ends all the wars, fucking fixes the economy? Well, then there you go. I think it's extremely unlikely. I would bet against it 10 times out of 10. If I'm dead wrong, then oh no, I got a president that did everything he promised. I think more realistically, he's gonna find that these problems are very difficult. And that might lead to an actual sweep for a candidate that I'm gonna say it, would be stronger than Kamala Harris. A generational candidate that goes through a primary, bigger positions. Not Bernie, but like a younger Bernie. They'll find excuses and blame others. Nothing will change. Understand that like we have inflation right now. Joe Biden is not taking the blame for that. He's saying it's something else. But the average people are blaming him. If we have 4 years of a bad economy, people are gonna be pissed. Every leader lies and blames the other party. The biggest disaster for me is having, I might have to just get off Twitter for a bit because I don't want to see Elon Musk constantly posting fucking memes of him riding around on Peanut the squirrel. It's just gonna be fucking miserable. I think he's winning the popular vote. I think it's a straight up fucking sweep. We're now in the likely zone here. Michigan, red. I mean, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, all going red. It's cooked. It's 100% GG's, wrap it up. Popular needle vote went up. Yeah, wow. Damn, this popular vote is surprising, bro. I gotta be honest with you. That is surprising. This is not really a close election. Expectations on first initial policies and policy reactions of all three GDP? Yeah, that's a fucking good question. That's what we gotta watch closely. Because he's only talked about so far kind of like campaign-y type promises, like no tax on tips and, you know, stuff you say to help win an election. He disavowed Project 2025. We'll see how true or false that was. Tariffs is a big one. Dude, it was actually funny. I got, my mom was mad at me for my clip. She's like, you shouldn't say Trump's gonna win. And I'm like, Mom, I'm not swaying the damn election. I think there's going to be endless discussion about people who protest voted for Gaza and all that. And I got to be honest with you, based on this, I don't think any of that swung anything. I think there's going to be a lot of infighting over that. CA blue. Oh my God. California went blue? Wait a minute. Take everything I'm saying and throw it out. Listen, at the very least, like I'm saying, the very least is like the guy has been we have endless quotes of him saying, I'll fix it so easily and so quickly. He has all branches of government. He has complete control of the party. Fix the problems that you said you're gonna fix. Let's see if you can turn the economy around, get prices down. Long-time YouTube frog. My whole family's talking about leaving the country if Trump wins. Do you think this is overreaction? I think that certain groups of people are very afraid of a Trump presidency, and that may prove to be a founded fear. So it's a depends. I will say in general, my philosophy is that, you know, think people that believe in the country and want to improve it should stay, because we've gone through crazy times before in America, and you need people to bounce back. Is it basically safe to say it's over? Yeah, I think so. It's a GG go next 2028. Nevada, 0% reported. Just get your shit together, Nevada. What time is it? It's 8:30. They're still gambling? Obama's last chance. He's mailing in 700 trucks of votes to Nevada. We get 200 million blue votes in Nevada. Flint, Michigan went red. That's wild. Trump's about to give a speech. Oh, can we watch it? No speech just yet. Kamala Harris is going to win New York by the thinnest margin in a generation. The state's seeing a roughly 10-point shift to the right. Neighboring New Jersey much the same. may get D+6 down from D+6 again. I mean, that doesn't change the electoral math, but that is probably a big part of this popular vote swing. I mean, yeah, I do believe it's over, right? We said that for a while, but I'm waiting to see if anything crazy comes in. Trump wins North Carolina. The Republicans have now taken the Senate. They have a Senate majority. 51 in the Senate. If they get the House, it is a sweep. Senate confirmed. I want to watch Aiden Ross's stream. I want to see what's like amazing vibes look like right now. If you're just pure Trump pilled. Oh, he's offline. Asmongold? All right, let's see Asmongold. Damn, he's got 162K.
The margin, and you still have a very...
He doesn't seem like he's vibing. I'm looking for someone who's fucking dancing, dude. I'm looking for someone who's fucking jinxy. This is the first time I've seen Kai Cenat not be the #1 streamer on Twitch during the Mafia-thon. Let's see how jinxy. Jinxy must be over the moon.
I'm not chugging it. No.
Look, the vibes are good, dude. W Jinxie.
Accessibility, affordability, and people CG with the
I think probably the media overemphasize the price.
WCG.
What about the first ever phased presidential election?
Nah, I hate Michelle Obama.
Why?
Because she fucked up the school lunch. Like, that ass, like, I remember one day at lunch, she fucked up the fucking school lunch, bro. Like, every fucking day when I would go to school, the lunch would be fucking fucked up, bro. Like, that shit, nah, bro. Fuck Michelle Obama, bro. No, I don't give a fuck, bro. I don't give a fuck. She fucked up my school lunch. One day, they started giving us, like, vegetable pizzas, bro. Like, no. Gang, y'all had needed that shit.
A lot of political discourse. You know what I'm saying? We're getting a lot of different takes. Trump speaking? Oh, give me the link. Give me the link.
Thank you very much. Wow. Well, I want to thank you all very much. This is great. These are our friends. We have thousands of friends on this. Frankly, this was, I believe, the greatest political movement of all time. There's never been anything like this in this country, and maybe beyond. And now it's going to reach a new level of importance because we're going to help our country heal. We're going to help our country heal. We're going to fix our borders. We're going to fix everything about our country. And winning the popular vote was very nice, I will tell you. It's great. I want to be the first to congratulate, great now I can say, Vice President-elect of the United States, J.D. Vance. And he is a feisty guy, isn't he? You know, I've said, go into the enemy camp, and you know the enemy camp is certain networks.
Bro, he's feisty.
A lot of people don't like to, sir, do I have to do that? He just goes, okay. He's like the only guy I've ever seen, he really looks forward to it, and then he just goes and absolutely obliterates them.
All right, JD, what do you got? I will do everything in my power to keep Lena Khan. Say that.
And I think that we just witnessed the greatest political comeback in the history of the United States of America. And under President Trump's leadership, we're never going to stop fighting for you, for your dreams. After the greatest political comeback in American history, we're going to lead the greatest economic comeback in American history under Donald Trump's leadership.
Let's see it.
He's turned out to be a good choice. That little thing called special, we have to make it so. We're going to make this so great. It's the greatest country and potentially the greatest country in the world by far. And right now, we're going to just work very hard to get all of that back. They're great. Everybody up here is great. Everybody up here is very special. The Trump, who did you say? Oh, let me tell you, we have a new star. A star is born, Elon.
Oh, no.
You know, he sent the rocket up, and I saw that rocket, and I saw it coming down. I saw it. When it left, it was beautiful, shiny white. When it came down, I said, what happened to your paint job? He said, we've never made a paint that could withstand that kind of heat. And but I saw it come down and turn around.
It's the weave, bro.
You know, it's like 22 stories tall, by the way. It looks a little smaller than that, but it's big. I said, who else can do that? Can Russia do it? No. Can China do it? No. Can the United States do it other than you? No. Nobody can do that. I said, that's why I love you, Elon. That's great. And you know, when we had the tragic hurricane, Elon Musk, I said, Elon, you have something called Starlink. Is that right? Yes, I do. What the hell is it? He said, it's a communication system that's very good. I said, Elon, they need it really, really badly in North Carolina. Can you get it? He had that there so fast. It was incredible. And it was great. It saved a lot of lives. He saved a lot of lives. And we also have a man, Dana White, who has done some job.
That's who. Elon Musk, Bryson DeChambeau, and Dana White.
So Dana started UFC. I helped him out a little bit, and I went, and they said, this is the roughest sport I've ever seen, but I began to like it, and he loved it, and nobody's done a better job. And I'd like to ask Dana just to say a couple of words, because people love to hear from him. Dana, please.
Dana White is going to speak at a presidential inauguration.
This is what happens when the machine comes after you. What you've seen over the last several years, this is what it looks like. Couldn't stop him. He keeps going forward. He doesn't quit. He's the most resilient, hardworking man I've ever met in my life. His family are incredible people. This is karma, ladies and gentlemen. He deserves this. They deserve it as a family. I want to thank some people real quick. I want to thank the Nelk Boys, Aiden Ross, Theo Vaughn, Bustin' with the Boys, and last but not least, the mighty and powerful Joe Rogan.
Aiden Ross just got thanked in a presidential victory. Oh, no! I said I was voting for her, and I don't think I got shit. I don't think she would have given me a shout out at all.
We're going to be paying down debt. We're going to be reducing taxes. We can do things that nobody else can do. Nobody else is going to be able to do it.
I'll be watching the debt
China
numbers
doesn't
closely.
have what we have. Nobody has what. Many people have told me that God spared my life for a reason. And that reason was to save our country and to restore America to greatness.
So funny that God wanted Shinzo Abe dead and wanted Trump spared so he could bring America to greatness. The Christian God was
the most important job in the world. I will govern by a simple motto: promises made, promises kept. We're going to keep
All
our
right.
promises. God bless you and God bless America. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay. I just want, she said, stop the steal and storm the Capitol. It would be such a way to go. The Kamala soldiers storming the Capitol. This is her last major speech. In my prediction, seeing as how she did not win a primary, she doesn't really have a huge base behind her. And I very much doubt after the result of this election that people are going to be clamoring to run her again. Let's see.
So let me say, and I love you back. And I love you. My heart is full today.
Serious question. Do you think if she was a man, she would have done better? If she was still the vice president, if she was Joe Biden's vice president, she could be The Rock. I think she would have lost, to be honest. I mean maybe a couple things swing a couple points swing a couple ways. I think she would have lost. I think the margin was big enough that it, like I said yesterday, I think so many YouTube videos and articles and clips and discussion points and shorts are going to come out over this whole week talking about all the little things that could have gone differently. I think none of that really matters.
The outcome of this election is not what we wanted, not what we fought for, not what we voted for, but hear me when I say,
stop the steal.
Hear me when I say, the light of America's promise will always burn bright. As long as we keep fighting.
I like that.
I thank you. I thank you all. Look, I am so proud of the race we ran. And the way we ran it. We have been intentional about building community and building coalitions.
Okay.
Bringing people together from every walk of life and back.
I'm not trying to kick someone while they're down. I'm not. Again, I did vote for Harris here, but the coalition that was built was against you. It was a massive, massive downswing from 2020.
Now I know folks are feeling and experiencing a range of emotions right now. I get it. But we must accept the results of this election. Earlier today,
someone boo.
I spoke with President-elect Trump and congratulated him on his victory. I also told him that we will help him.
I mean, it is kind of fucked up that, storming the Capitol looked really fun and only one side got to do it. Now it's like, it's taboo. Do you know what I'm saying?
And that we will engage in a peaceful transfer of power.
Mom said it's my turn.
While I concede this election, I do not concede the fight that fueled this campaign. That is a fight I will never give up.
Okay, just stop saying I, though. The thing is, Kamala Harris, you got to be clear, is not going to be leader, the face, the rallying point, for any movement going. It's just not going to happen. So I don't say I. Like, you can say we as part of a greater movement. She's gone. She's gone now. We're bringing back Joe Biden.
Where the women of America have the freedom to make decisions about their own body and not have their government telling them what to do.
She should do a last minute. Just in the middle of the speech, just be like, I'll make gas free. I'll make gas free. Free gas. One more vote. Gas is free. Oh, I swear to God, shit might work.
We like hard work. Hard work is good work. Hard work can be joyful work. And the fight for our country is always worth it.
I want to say something about the Joy campaign. And this is like weird to say because there's nothing wrong with joy. You know, generally, I'm an optimist when people be happy, but I really feel like that Joy campaign was doomed. The idea of you keep saying joy over and over. If you own stocks, you can be joyful. I don't know. We've all felt the vibe. Like, post 2020 has not been a joyful era. People in general just don't feel. We're in a more cynical, snarky online. Everyone's in a bit of a. So you're trying to run a campaign of like, hey, we're bringing back the joy. People just are. The vibe's not there. It's like when you're at a. It's like when we were in the collegiate League of Legends tournament and we were losing and we were getting fucking stomped 20-0, and then Stan starts going, "Hey guys, we got this. We got this late." Nobody wants to fucking hear it. Stan, shut the fuck up.
To the young people who are watching, it is okay to feel sad and disappointed, but please know it's going to be okay. On the campaign, I would often say, when we fight, we win. But here's the thing. Sometimes the fight takes a while. That doesn't mean we won't win. Don't ever give up. Don't ever stop trying to make the world a better place.
I like that too.
And so to everyone who is watching, do not despair. This is not a time to throw up our hands. This is a time to roll up our sleeves. This is a time to organize, to mobilize.
There's a truth to that too. I mean, the most mobilized the Democratic ground game has ever been going into 2020. It was the most donations they ever got during the years Obama won. The entire Democratic, bottoms up movement collapsed because he was so free. They lost the capability of working.
I thank you all. May God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America. I thank you all.
All right. I don't know, not terrible. The parts I liked were about, don't despair. Everything else was normal, but I can't imagine she's going to be giving many more speeches. You think she queued up after that? Yeah, 100%. 100%. Well, that's the reason she didn't speak last night. Whenever I'm in a bad mood, I've often sat down at League of Legends and queued for hours and hours and hours. I think she probably did fucking 19 or 20 league games last night, just grinding solo queue.